my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations, and I'm Nova, and I am so happy to see you today. Welcome back to my cozy little corner of YouTube. I hope you guys are doing awesome, and you have made it through another week. It is Friday, so give yourself a big pat on the back. I hope you guys had a good week, but if you didn't, it is now the end of the week. You can have a fresh start, have yourself a little weekend, have like a little rejuvenation time, take some deep breaths, relax, you know. Even if you do have stuff you got to do this weekend, try to carve out a little bit of time just for you. Maybe sit down with your favorite drink, watch a little YouTube, work on a little crochet, maybe read, whatever it is that's going to bring you some joy, that is just for you, that's not something you have to do, but something that's just going to make you happy. Try to carve out some time for that, okay? And then next week, it'll be a whole fresh book, it'll be a whole fresh chapter, and you can have a new week, and hopefully it'll be a good week. So, today I am, for one, before I get into it, I wanted to welcome all of the new people. I got some new subscribers from my jean jacket video. Apparently people like that video, so that made me really happy. And only one buttholy troll comment, so I deleted that as soon as I went in. Didn't let it get me down for more than a few seconds and moved on. So I am excited to have some new gnomies. If you guys didn't know, if you are new here, I call you guys my gnomies because it is Nova Gnome and my gnomies. And if you are not new here, welcome back. I am so happy that you are here, my gnomie, and I just wanted to welcome you guys if you're new. Okay, so today I am showing you guys some spooky, kind of spooky, not really super spooky, but Halloweenish kind of makes. So you guys know that I did a book look on this book last week, I believe. So if you are interested in this book and seeing like all that's in it and everything, it is a crochet world of creepy creatures and cryptids. I do have a book look where I go over like everything that's in here. I'll link it in the description box below this video, but you can also just go to my channel and see it. It was like last week. And I'll also link where you can find this on Amazon. But what I was working on out of it was I didn't do a full thing. I used part of something, which was this Yeti, or not Yeti, sorry, it's a Bigfoot. This Bigfoot, I thought it was super cute and I loved the head. So I made the head just like the pattern has you do it, but I turned it into something else and I did it in Halloween colors. So, it's kind of funny because it's technically a Bigfoot, but in my brain, I keep thinking it's a Yeti. So I have dubbed this the Yetby. And the reason I've dubbed it the Yetby is... Had to give him a little entrance. He is a little Yeti bee. So like I said, I used the head from the pattern. I did, the rest of it is just free-handed. I made him some little wings, and all I did to make him these little wings was crochet a circle and did a border on it and did some surface stitching to do the little spiral, and then I just cinched it in the middle. And then same for the bottom. I started out by doing a circle, and then I did surface crochet in the purple. So I did the circle in the green, the sparkly green, and then I did the surface crochet in the purple, and then I worked up into the body, finished out making a ball basically, and then I went on and attached on with the white and made him a little stinger. This was basically a magic circle with 6 single crochets in it, I believe. If I remember right, might have been 4 single crochets in it. And then I did like alternating, increasing, and just single crocheting into them, and that was it. And then I put it on here and kind of shaped it the way I wanted it and sewed it on. So then it holds its shape. And like I said, for this, I did green, I did surface crochet in the purple, and then I double stranded green and white to do the border. The body is done in like pumpkin orange by Red Heart Super Saver, but I double stranded it with some black eyelash yarn from Premier, and so it got this cool fuzzy effect. I love eyelash yarn. I think it is so fun. And I loved the way that you worked up the face for this. You start out by making a line and then you work around the line, and it makes it an oval, and then you just work straight into the face by changing colors. And since I changed colors and added on this fuzzy yarn, it gives it like a flat effect to the front of the face. And of course I use these adorable kawaii eyes. I love these types of eyes, these like cutesy eyes. By the way, if you are ever looking for these, because I do get asked semi-frequently where I get them from, I actually made an Amazon storefront. It's linked in my description box, and it says like where I get like my crochet must-haves or something like that. I did put these on there so that if anyone's looking for them, you can easily find them in there. I think I'll get like maybe a little kickback, like a little commission if you buy stuff from in there, but mostly I put it together that way I can put the things that you guys ask about where I get them frequently, and you can just check there. If there's ever something that you see me use and you're like, what, like, how do I get that? Where do I get that? Check that and see if it's in there, because 9 times out of 10 I do buy like stuff like that from Amazon. But yeah, so this is my Yet Bee. I think it came out so cute. I love it. Adorables. This green is by Hirschner's. I don't have it over here anymore. I think I put it away. But it is Hirschner's like sparkly yarn. The purple is Premier's Just Yarn, like worsted or whatever. Same with the white. And then, like I said, this is Pumpkin Red Heart Super Saver. This is Premier's Eyelash Yarn in black. And this was my make for Hooker versus Hooker. So you guys know that I like to make things for Hooker versus Hooker most months. I think I've done every month but one. Just for funsies. I'm not in it this time around. It's like a little competition. If you are interested in seeing like what other people have made and seeing the hosts of it, and it's like done on a live stream, I will link the 2 channels that host Hooker versus Hooker in the description box below. But it is Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming and an Alaskan Crafter. I'll link both of those below, and they do like the live streams to host Hooker versus Hooker. But basically it's where they pick out, they have people come on, like a subscriber or a podcaster, a YouTuber, come on, and they pick out like what project is going to be the theme of the month and what yarn colors are going to be the theme of the month. So this month there were 5 colors. It was orange, black, white, purple, and green. And those were the colors you had to include, but you could only use 1 yarn from each color. So like, for example, using this black eyelash yarn, I couldn't double strand this black eyelash yarn with regular black yarn, like a worsted weight yarn, because I can only use 1 black yarn, and the eyelash yarn was my black yarn. So those were the colors you had to incorporate, and then other than that, it had to be something Halloween themed. Well, I think that this Yet Bee is definitely a cute little Halloween theme, play off of, you know, like a monster, but, you know, cutesy-fied. I think he came out so adorable. But yeah, so that is my Yet Bee, and that was the make that I was referring to when I was working on this. I said that I had been using a pattern out of it so I could give like a little bit more feedback. I like to, when I can, when I'm doing a book look, I like to be able to give a little bit of feedback on like the way the patterns read and stuff like that. So I made that head from that pattern, and then I just freehanded the rest of it. The other 2 things I have are just freehanded. They're not anything crazy, but I made a couple of like, I don't know if I want to call these loveys or rag dolls or what you would call them, but I made a couple of, I'm going to just call them rag dolls, or I don't know, loveys. I don't know. What do you guys think you would call these? But anyway, about it, they have like a little bit of a voodoo theme to them. They're kind of cutesy but Halloween at the same time. So this first one that I have, it's got like little arms, kind of reminds me of like a ghost or something. But it is, you know, you can put your hand up in it. It actually works well as a like puppet. So you can put your hand in here, and you can actually put your fingers in the armholes, and then you could like grab stuff. You could be like, oh, he's hugging Yet Bee. But it's kind of got like a little bit of a puppet vibe. And then I did this out of chenille yarn. This is Adorable from Hobby Lobby, and then this is Retro Velvet. The rest of this was just yarn scraps that I have. So I used this like sparkly yellow for some big eyes, sparkly pink for some eyebrows. I used that same pink for like a flower on top, and then a little bit of a different yellow. And then the hat is actually this same yarn, but double stranded with this sparkly green yarn scrap that I have. I don't know if I have any more. I don't think I have any more of it over here. But it was like sparkly with like a gold, you know, gold metallic strand running through it. So that's one of them, and it's like floppy. I sewed it on. So this is, both of these are baby safe. So they're sewn really, really well. Like I really sewed the eyes and everything on. And I didn't use any safety eyes. I didn't use any like small pieces that I thought would be choking hazards. So these would actually be baby safe. And then here's this one. So both of these are kind of like, that's why I'm saying, I don't know if I'd call them a lovey or a ragdoll or whatever, but they're kind of flat. But this one you can put your hand up inside of, this one you can't. I seamed this together so it's kind of like a poncho and little legs coming out the bottom. And then I finally got to use this cute head that I had made like forever ago just because I wanted to use the yarn. I don't know if you've been around a while, you might remember it, but this was double stranding like a Temu blanket yarn with some fuzzy, oh my goodness, what is that yarn called? I'm drawing a blank, but I'll come back to it if I can think of it. And then I used yarn scraps to do the pink and the green, and I put a flower on one eye, and it kind of gives me watermelon vibes. And then I had used yarn scraps to make this flower back when I made this head. The flower is made out of Hobby Lobby tweed yarn. It's like white with like pastel colors in it. Trying to think of what this fuzzy yarn is, but here you guys can see it. And I double stranded those together and it gave like the softest, squishiest, like pastel cuteness ever, because the fuzzy yarn that I double stranded it with is also like white and pastels. So cute. Oh man, I wish I could think of the name of it. I'll pop it up on the screen because like I know it. It's just like I'm drawing a blank in the moment. But these are the two like baby items I made for some Halloween spookiness. I'm probably going to be bringing these things to the craft fair. You guys know that if you've been around a little bit, I have my first ever vendoring experience next month. I'm doing a pickle fest. So I've been working on pickle stuff. Oh, you guys, I didn't even show you this on here. I did a short about it, but I made a pickle rick. This isn't really Halloween-y themed, but I'm gonna throw it in here anyway. I made this big old pickle rick. I told you I had to make a pickle rick. I mean, I can't make a whole bunch of pickles for a pickle fest and not make a pickle rick. But I'll go into more depth, more detail about what I did on this in a different video, because this is supposed to be more like Halloween makes. But yeah, I had to throw that in there. Anyways, so I'm also making some other stuff like to go in it, and I thought Halloween makes would be cute because it's at the end of September, so it's like smack dab in the middle of the Halloween vibes, you know? See if I can hold everything at one time. So I've got some cute little Halloween stuff to throw in there. I might make some Christmas stuff to throw in there too, just because like people are getting ready for Christmas too already, you know? Well, especially like at the end of September. But anyways, guys, that is all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed my little Halloween makes. Let me know down in the comments if you have started making any Halloween makes yet this year. And I know some of you guys watching have already started on Christmas makes. So let me know if you started on Christmas makes down below, because I know at least one of you guys have started on Christmas stuff. But I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you guys again real soon. Bye guys.